The keyword for learning at the Graduate School of Social Sciences, Waseda University, commonly known as GSSS, is interdisciplinary. Students from diverse backgrounds could tackle social issues from a variety of perspectives. In this video, we'll show you what you can learn at GSSS. In GSSS, we are aiming to develop excellent researchers and practitioners in various fields through our comprehensive and interdisciplinary program. GSSS offers a choice of 2 majors in the master's and doctoral programs: Global Society and Policy Sciences. The 2 majors consist of about 15 research areas. In order to obtain a degree, students need to earn the required credits and also submit a thesis. We have students with diverse backgrounds. Starting with Japan, students gather from all over the world to deepen their knowledge in the social sciences. Furthermore, diversity here does not only refer to nationality. About 20% of students at the master's level have job experience. At the doctoral level, the percentage is even higher. In GSSS, students can take courses not only on traditional social sciences such as economics, law, business administration, political science, and sociology, but also on interdisciplinary subjects across fields. Students will acquire the comprehensive and interdisciplinary perspectives and methods necessary to discover and solve new social problems. Thanks to the small class size of GSSS, many lecture courses are conducted mainly through student presentations and discussions between faculty and students. Students also receive careful individual guidance on their own research topics. Let's ask students and faculty members how their research is actually conducted.
Originally, I began studying post-war Japanese history. Now I'm also interested in post-war Japanese social movements, issues of gender and minority in post-war and contemporary Japan, and also pre-war Japanese nationalism and the impact of globalization on Japan today.
Well, we conduct the seminar, we have it each week, and we have one reading each week. The seminar is very much discussion-based, and everyone has very different opinions, which is great. And we have one student usually each week present. Within the seminar, we also have what's called peer review, meaning that not only myself will give advice and guidance to students, but students can give advice and guidance to each other as well. Another feature of my seminar is that students can say whatever they want. Nothing is taboo. We talk about many different issues from different perspectives, different positions, and I never criticize students for thinking the way they do. We all have mutual respect and mutual appreciation for one another.
Hello, my name is Tamaki Hoshi, and I'm a first-year student at Waseda University's Graduate School of Social Sciences. A little about myself: I grew up in the United States and moved back to Japan for undergraduate studies at Waseda's School of Social Sciences. My research field is contemporary Japanese studies under the guidance of Professor Curtis Anderson Gale. I'm specifically focusing on education in Japan, but from a social constructionist type perspective. I think one of the greatest advantages of studying at GSSS is its international community. And I mean this in my classmates as well as the professors. So for instance, for me, in my research lab, I have classmates who are from China, Hong Kong, and other parts of Asia and other parts of the world. So whenever we're discussing or talking about a social topic, we have various different cultural perspectives on the same issue, which is interesting. After graduating from GSSS, I plan to continue my studies and obtain a PhD abroad.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the lovely Okuma Garden here on Waseda University's campus. My name is Derek Cameron Bliss, and I'm originally from Prince George, Northern British Columbia, Canada. I'm a second-year PhD student here in the Graduate School of Social Sciences, and it's my pleasure to introduce the program to you today. I'm currently researching what's called adaptive reuse, which is just using old buildings for new purposes. That's involved with Japanese vernacular built heritage, so what are called minka, which is a farmhouse, sometimes called a kominka, kura, which are sort of traditional Japanese storehouses. If you are in this program as a master's or a PhD doctoral student, the first thing, at least if you're a working professional like me, is the flexibility. So rare among universities in Japan, Waseda appreciates that people have schedules and people work. In a Japan context, Waseda is one of the best, and it's an international, renowned university. There's networks and connections all over the world, all over the country. So from a career opportunity standpoint, you're going to be very hard-pressed to find a better place to be. So when you're coming up to the end of the program and graduation is approaching, everyone's going to be in different stages, of course. In my case, I work in universities here in Japan already. So my hope will be using my program's learning and the research I've done and take that into my work, at undergraduate and graduate levels, within other universities that I work at.
Okay, I'm the professor of business management. My research interests are human resource management and organizational behavior. The main objectives of this research area is to improve the desired work attitude or work behaviors of each individual and finally improve the organizational performance. I strongly believe that the graduate students should find out their own research question. Generally, graduate students tend to find their research question from social phenomena or social general issues. Of course, there's nothing wrong because we are social scientists. However, we should remember that we are academia. So it means that our research question or the main purpose of our research should be rooted in the academic and literature and theory and existing research. Fresh and new. It means that I came here the 2020. So actually my current students, now graduate students, they are my first students at Waseda University. So I hope just keeping the fresh and the new. So to do that, maybe we are of course researcher, but we are learner. And second one is we try to provide the not only theoretical implications to academia, but also practical implications to the practitioners, especially managers or CEO, some HR managers, because we are the professor or researchers of business management.
Well, my name is Lin Qing, an international student of GSSS. I was born in Hubei province, China. Since I was a kid, I have been a big fan of Japanese anime. And in college, I started to learn Japanese and dreaming about a life in Japan. Now I really cherish my school life at GSSS, and when I have free time, I enjoy going on trips with my friends and exploring delicious foods in Japan. Well, as a graduate student, my major field is organizational behavior. It's a field of study that investigates how individuals, groups, and structures exert impacts on the behaviors within organizations with the purpose of improving organizations' effectiveness. So this will be my future research direction, and I'm gonna keep working on that. Well, I would say the biggest advantage of GSSS maybe is inclusion and diversity. At GSSS, you can meet so many excellent professors and students from different countries and with different experiences. More importantly, I think I've met the best supervisor here, that is Professor Chong. Every time I talked with her, I could get new inspiration for my research and learn a lot from her. Also, her own passion for research has always motivated me to make more academic efforts. Well, after graduation, I would like to work in Japan while making full use of the wealth of knowledge and also the thinking ability as a graduate student that I've learned at GSSS.
So my research field is international business, which means the business activities across national borders by multinational companies. More specifically, international business is addressing various questions such as when do companies start to develop, expand their business abroad and why? What activities do they carry out in which country or region? In the ZEMI or seminar, which is quite unique to Japan, each student makes a presentation on her or his research progress, which is followed by a discussion with all the participants. The underlying theoretical bodies are often shared, and students can inspire each other by listening to their classmates' presentations and participating in debates in discussion. In my seminar, all the students from the doctoral and master courses come together. It is also characterized by the diversity of the students in terms of nationality, age, background, or work status. And some of the students are working students, and the ZEMI runs on a high flex basis since COVID-19, so they can attend online if their work commitments permit. I always encourage students to ask questions immediately after they have something they don't understand well, and classes are often carried out in a mixed way of Japanese and English.
Hello, my name is Yurika. I am a first-year PhD student at the Graduate School of Social Sciences in Waseda University. I'm originally from Bangladesh, although I did most of my higher education from the United States and the United Kingdom. My research focuses on Japanese multinationals in Bangladesh. There are over 300 Japanese multinationals in Bangladesh, and I study the organizational policy in these foreign subsidiaries. The main aim is to really understand how to encourage and motivate Bangladeshi workers working in these Japanese multinationals. There are quite a few advantages of learning at GSSS. First of all, my main connection to the university is through my supervisor, Professor Hasegawa. I have been very fortunate because I have a kind and supportive supervisor who is always available to give me a lot of constructive feedback on my research paper. Also, PhD at Waseda University is quite independent in the sense that there aren't very many formal class requirements. So this gives me quite a lot of flexibility in terms of my own time management. So it's extremely advantageous for students like us who have work commitments or small children. And last but not the least, GSSS staff at the office have been extremely helpful from the time of admission. Because I am such an independent student, it's really helpful to know that there is a supportive team available there in case I require any assistance. I'd like to be a professor of international business management, and I'd also like to become an expert in cross-cultural management, mainly focusing on Asia. Hopefully, you now have a brief understanding of GSSS. Join us and see your interests connect to real-world change through interdisciplinary education. The active and diverse learning opportunities at GSSS will ensure your growth as a scholar and as an individual. This is only a small insight into what we offer. For more detailed information, please visit our website or refer to the application guidelines. We look forward to receiving your application.